global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Indeed, Peter Obi have changed his strategy and his media team are not resting at all. I must say thumb up to them as they have decided to respond to every water given to them. And honestly, I'm loving this whole drama. Well, some few hours ago, the likes of Okowa Okowa, the Delta State governor, have decided to, give a clamp back against Peter Obi in a stylish manner. It looks like the media team of Peter Obi is not having it cool. They have decided also to give it to him as they hot. This definitely is going to give a different twist as the drama is unfolding. Well, before going to the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's hit the ground running. Well, Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has cheated Okowa, the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, who accused him of whipping up sentiments through the church. Obi, who is fast gaining popularity, especially on social media, has made several visits to churches where he was warmly received. In an interview and in some selected media outlets on Wednesday, Okowa had said the church should not be dragged into politics. Reacting, the former Anambra State governor, in a statement issued on Thursday by his campaign media office, Obi Dati, said Okowa's accusation was baseless and an attempt to label him, that's Obi, as belonging to the country's primordial politics of religion, tribe, and geography. The statement reads, and I quote, Obi was tagged a mere social media bliss, hanging in the air without structure. Second, he was labeled an Igbo anarchist, and now Okowa, aggrieved by Obi's popularity among the lay faithfuls, now says he is fanning religious sentiment. The truth is that Obi is a driver of movement whose membership and support cut across all facets of our national life, and any attempt to pigeonhole him into any sector will fail. Obi has visited churches even before he became the president run for the presidency. In July 2021, he was at St. Mary's Catholic Church, Karu, Abuja, to attend the 25th anniversary of a priest, and the church erupted when he was introduced. At various weddings in Abuja, Lagos, and all over the country where he visited, Nigerians celebrated him for what he stood for and what he did when he held public office in Anambra State. One of such functions was Dr. Okowa's child's wedding at the National Ecumenical Conference Center, Abuja, this year. Celebration of Obi at any public gathering has been there long before he began to aspire for the presidency. Recently in Kaduna State, Obi attended a wedding ceremony in a mosque, and his admirers thronged around him in a bid to touch him. Moreover, the Obi Dati media office is privy to the fact that in most of the top public church appearances of Obi, including a recent Dunamis church outing in Abuja, the Delta State governor was always invited. He either stayed away or sent his wife to represent him, and because Obi does not like a rep where the people want him, he strives to show presence despite his tight schedule. We don't expect Governor Okowa to join in this fantasy talk of attack dogs, but to use every available avenue he has to market himself and his candidate instead of dwelling in gainsaying anything that concerns Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Truth which is glaring and known to even Okowa is that the Labour Party that's the Labour Party candidate, is leading a movement that cannot be stopped or distracted by any side talk because it was prompted by long-standing oppression of the people who are about to be liberated with Obi's message of hope. Taking back the country and rebuilding it is a task that almost certain as there is no going back. The oppressors have forced the oppressed to pull the trigger and there is no going back. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, but before we start feeling the pulse on Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians have been saying that Okowa really has no excuse not to honor any invitation. Like the media team of Obi that rightly pointed out, Peter Obi will honor even to the smallest interview. He's that humble. Okay, nothing would have stopped him. They invited him. Like, just said, okay, Obi Dati, Dati Yusuf just represents me. But he makes sure, despite the tight schedule, he makes out, even if it's 10, 15, 5 minutes of his time, he ensures that he honors you with his presence. And that's awesome. It's a credit to Peter Obi. And that clearly shows that he have the people at heart in whatever he thinks he's thinking of. He tries, he has the people at heart. And that's what his media team is saying. Look, just the same way they invite Peter Obi, they invited him. Like some Nigerians will say, are you not also a Christian or don't you go to church? Since when has going to church become some sort of campaign? Just like you saying that a Muslim goes to mosques and you say he's campaigning. Of course, he will go to mosques. Whether he campaigns or not, that's a different matter altogether. Obi worships God. He's God and he's a Christian. So if he decides to worship with Dunamis today and tomorrow he decides to worship in Catholic Church, St. Mary tomorrow, it's his right. And he has what we call right to religion. And no one can take that away from him. And Okowa should know better than this, as in Governor Okowa. And I guess people are already calling him out. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians very quickly and we'll wrap this up. This one here is saying, the attack on Peter Obi is just too much. He's truly a star boy indeed. Keep them coming. We're ready for now. Another person here saying, even Okowa is talking. Another person here saying, is Obi trying to tell us he's now become a celebrity because some churches he was invited to were clapping for him? Okay, another person here saying, no minor. When they are talking, when Tinubu goes to mosques, nobody sees it as a problem. Another person here is saying, Obi should rest. This is not his time. Funny you. Another person here says, Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria. It is divine providence to liberate Nigerians. Finally, all these senseless and useless attacks are just a mere last fight by the bunch of these old corrupt politicians who are now scared that Peter Obi is taking over to sanitize Nigeria come 2023. PDP and APC and Tinubu were prepared to confront Atiku. They never saw Obi coming. They never prepared for Peter Obi. Like the Peter Cornerstone prophecy, the Peter Obi tsunami is sweeping across the whole black world, for which Nigeria is very symbolic with. Peter Obi is a moving force, opposite and it crushes you. Everything Tinubu supporters in particular are preparing are knee-jerk reactions. They never saw Peter Obi coming. They're just making up impromptu attacks. How can you present a man who forfeited so much money to the tune of $480 million as far back as 1990s? Wow, that's quite a strong statement. All right, but Nigerians are really talking, but whichever the case is, Peter Obi has definitely responded. That's going to wrap it up. Let's put in that comment section. What's your take? Have a nice